What's up, y'all? What a mess. What a mess. Next week look good. We got a lot of action next week. But yeah, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for last week. Last week y'all did it again. Like I think I've averaged 100 subscribers since the new season a week. 100 subscribers a week since the new season has begun. Let's try and do it again. We on the road to 10K. We close to 6K. Let's go ahead and do that. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'm gonna be here. I know they're doing the baddies. What is it? Baddies Gone Wild. They're getting ready to gear up for that, so I'm gonna be here for that. We'll see what the season is looking like. But yeah, thumbs up the video. Y'all killed it. Did y'all do it? I don't think y'all did. We close to 500 on the last video. Let's try and get 500 on this one. So 500 likes. Get in them comments like I know y'all always do. Y'all always kill it there. I'm gonna get in there with y'all later on as well. But yeah, let's get into it. I got some thoughts. All right, so we get back to where we left off, where Natalie was pretty much telling the house that the three OGs that are going to be in the house is Tinkabellaaa, Diamond, and Biggie. She says that Biggie needs to stay in the house because they need an OG in there to watch over the newbies, but also because she wasn't standing on business when Summer called her out. Exactly. You already know, like I said last week, Biggie hates it, but I love it. I love it. But she then takes the girls outside because she has a surprise for them. And of course, the surprise is what? The Baddies MidWest tour bus. It is an upgrade from the last tour bus. Summer's talking about let's get on this big bus and bless this bitch the right way and starts doing fight motions. I said, she is a trip. They head onto the bus. It's a nice little tour bus. It's nice. They go looking around, dancing on it and stuff. It was too many people on that bus. Too many. I'm very claustrophobic. Y'all don't know that, but I'm very, very claustrophobic. That would have had me breaking out in hives. But they transitioned to the next scene. This song that they had in the transition scene for this one, I need to Shazam that song because that song was nice. It was nice. But they're getting ready for the first booking. So they're going out. I'm very glad Summer is getting her money now because she looked really cheap. I really love Summer. It's episode 5 now, so I can call her favorite. She's my favorite by far of the new girls. Easily my favorite. Some of y'all might find her annoying. I can understand why, but I really enjoy her because she's being herself, number 1. Number 2, she's not scared of anybody. Number 3, nobody is going to tell her what to do. She's going to do what she wants to do. Regardless if people find that annoying or not, she's going to do what she wants to do. And I respect that. I have no other way but to respect it. And not only that, most importantly, she is fucking hilarious. She is hilarious. But notable honorable notices that I noticed while they were getting ready. Lex looked good. She's pretty. She always looks good to me from the face department. But she looked good. Dolly, like I said, Dolly is really pretty. I feel like a lot of people don't give her the credit. I think she is really pretty. Jazmin obviously looks good. Jazmin puts herself together well. You can tell Jazmin got her own money. But yeah, Ivori, she's going off. She's the only one that's not going out because she's going off to urgent care because she has an infected lip because of her piercing that Lex busted. Lex busted that shit. Let's just keep it real. She wants to talk about how she did Lex's nose. Well, guess what? Lex busted your lip. And Lex is fine. Yeah, her nose was bleeding, but you got to go to that doctor. But the girls are on the bus and stuff. They're vibing and everything. Anna's asking where the rest of the girls are. Was Yoshi out? I don't know. Somebody was missing as well with Ivori. But Emma ends up letting them know that Ivori was going to urgent care because of her lip piercing. Summer ends up saying that it's going to be a blast. We in my city. It's nothing but love out here in Detroit. Akbar says, so why did you end up going up against a Detroit girl? And Summer said, because the bitch was going up against me. Simple. Easy. And there's no lie to that. Jazmin says she's delusional. Summer says, it don't matter because, she said, it don't matter and she don't matter because I matter. She don't. I was like, I love her. But Jazmin ends up saying, too, I ain't do nothing to that weird, tacky-ass bitch. And then sitting here thinking about it, she really didn't do anything. She was just talking. And Summer just didn't want to hear it. But, these two going back and forth is funny to me. They're entertaining together. But Summer ends up saying, anyways, bitch, bottoms up, ho. Fuck what you talking about. I'm trying to have fun. But Tinkabellaaa ends up saying that Summer's coming for a Baddies chain. We'll get to this in a minute. But Summer gets up. Jazmin ended up saying something to Summer. I couldn't hear what she said. But Summer called her a dick sucker. And Jazmin ends up saying that she a real baddie in real life. Talking about herself. She is. I can say that. She is. You around Cash Dog, you gotta be. But Summer ends up saying, you got on labels and you still don't look better than me, bitch. I love her confidence. I love it because she does look better than you. But I love your confidence. I love you. I love you. But Natalie ends up saying that she fucks with Summer's energy, obviously because she's a troll and that's what you want. And that's what you like. She says she's young and she's turned. She knows Summer is going to make her some money. She knows Summer is going to get people watching the show. And that's going to then in turn put more coins in Natalie's pocket. But they do Baddy Shot O'Clock and they get off the bus. So they get off the bus. There's a sea of fans out there. Obviously, the show has grown immensely in popularity since the show first started. That's when I first started doing YouTube. The first season, the first episode, that's my first show I ever recapped. But from where it was then to where it is now, it's definitely grown a lot. And I've seen it. I've been a part of it. And my channel is proof of it. Because I think I started with like maybe 30 subscribers. And now here I am almost at 6,000. So, cool. But a security guard, like the security's walking them through the sea of fans. They create like a little hole for them to walk through. And one of the fans end up swinging on Summer. Summer says, these bitches can't fuck with me. She better back the fuck up before I do her in. Like, Summer don't take none of this shit seriously. And I love it. But they get inside, they go to this bar. They got that lizard, a.k.a. the CEO. He in there with his face blurred, like, we don't know who the fuck you are. Like, I don't understand why he does this. Like, he puts himself on Jocelyn's show. He don't be having himself blurred. But, like, you put yourself on the show that brings you the most money and you got yourself blurred. Like, we don't know who the fuck you are. We see who you are. But Natalie gets on the mic. Everybody's doing their songs. Love that they're doing this now. Because they used to do it on Baddies West. They're doing it now. Natalie gets on the rapping her song. Jaden's rapping her Barbie song. Love that. Love seeing I love Jaden. I really like Jaden. And that song is cool. It's catchy. She said she loves getting to perform in any city with them doing the tour, which is good because she getting to promote herself. Like, this show is, a lot of people know who she is, but if you don't know who she is, this show is going to get her more and more exposure, which is going to help her career. But Tesehki and Biggie, they get on to rap their song. Tink does her song with Diamond, but it seems like this is the actual single, not the remix that her and Diamond did. Because Diamond noticed that her version was not being played. Tink was on there doing hers, but Diamond didn't get to do hers. But Diamond gets the mic and starts doing an acapella, and she was eating it up. She was controlling the room. Like, Diamond has that presence. She has that aura. Like, you just naturally watch her. She knows how to control the room. She has stage presence. So, good for Diamond. Rollie ends up performing her song, which I feel like Rollie needs to do a lot more with her music because she's got a good rapping voice. She's got good cadence. She's got good flow. She know how to talk shit, so that's essentially what rapping is just talking shit, and she knows how to rhyme. So do more music, Rollie, do more music. But she performs her song. She noticed a girl was booing her in the audience. This is what you can't do. She ends up noticing a girl was booing her in the audience. Why are you paying her any attention? But she picks up a Red Bull and throws it and hits her. And then the girl ended up throwing it back at her, and then Summer's throwing a drink back. So I'm like, y'all just literally out here trying to fuck up y'all money. Didn't Natalie just tell y'all, don't get out here fighting? Essentially, you ain't fighting, but you throwing drinks to make people want to fight. Like, come on. But the owner of the bar is trying to close up. Obviously, it's late at night. Like, I'm like, get there in a timely fashion because Natalie wants him to keep the bar open and sitting there bribing him, talking about, I got $100K for you to keep it open. Get there at a timely. I mean, I know the clubs don't really go up till around 11, 12 at night, and the clubs close at 2. But that's a bar, though. That's a bar, so it's different. But they ended up leaving eventually. But they get back to the house, and then they have this iPhone camera footage. Because apparently the cameras were down at this point. But Tink is going off. You see Ivori's back. She's telling her to beat somebody's ass, talking about Summer. But Natalie ends up saying that Summer has said that she was going to snatch somebody's chain. I'm going to tell y'all this now. I knew watching it immediately that this was Natalie twisting the story to make a fight happen. And that's exactly what it is. But I'm going to let y'all know as we get through it. But she ends up saying that, and Natalie ends up asking who Summer was going to snatch a chain from, and she claims that Summer said Tinkabellaaa. Make sure that you realize I just said claims, because I didn't see it. I didn't see her ever say this, not even on the bus. But Natalie ends up saying that she wants to see her take it. We know you do. That's why you started it. You started this. But Summer ends up saying that Tink got on, like, Tink is on some weird shit. Like, she on some weird shit. Because Tink ends up laying her chain down in between the two of them. And basically is like, if you want to come get it at this point. So they're standing there. Natalie's talking. Summer's paying attention to Natalie. Tink randomly kicks her off guard and security ends up pouncing on her. I'm like, that's whack. But Summer ends up saying, I don't want your chain. And I believe her. I don't want your chain. Like, I don't want your chain. I want my own chain. Like, I don't want something that's been around your dirty ass neck. Like, let's keep it real. But Tink ends up telling her to shut the fuck up, yada, yada, yada. And Ahna ends up talking about how Summer's going to be getting her ass beat all season. I said, Ahna, watch your mouth. Because you could be the one that ended up getting your ass beat all reunion because you like to get in that confessional and pop it. Like, come on. Come on. But Tink ends up talking about how she worked hard for this shit. I said, you worked hard for the chain? Doing what? Fighting? That's working hard? Okay. But next day, Summer, Dolly, and Natalie, they're sitting in this like living area, which I'm assuming is in the kitchen. And Summer pretty much tells Natalie, I want my chain. Like, I want my baddie chain. Natalie's pretty much recapping to Summer that she claims Summer was saying how she's going to take somebody's chain if she don't get one. Summer says that's not what she said. I believe her. I don't believe she said this. I feel like this is Natalie being messy, being the executive producer that she is. What Natalie is doing is what producers normally do on any other reality show that they want drama. They manufacture it. You say, I want a chain. I'm going to go tell this person that you said, I want that chain. I want to snatch that chain from them. I want my chain, but I'm going to get it from you. That's what Natalie is doing. She's twisting her words to make a storyline. She's making a fight. That's literally what it is. But Summer ends up saying, again, I want my own chain. I want my own chain. Natalie ends up saying that you said it on the bus, and I took it personally because I gave Tink the chain. Stop lying, Natalie. Summer ends up saying that she, talking about Tink, asked her if she was going to take the chain off her neck. Dolly ends up saying, but you don't remember saying that. Summer says that I didn't say it. Dolly then gets to her confessional saying that she wasn't there when this supposedly happened, but Summer said what she said, but you're not standing on business, and she feels like it was kind of pussy. I'm like, how you gonna say you feel like it's kind of pussy when you just literally said that you was not there? So if you was not there, you don't know what was said. So how you gonna sit here and have an opinion on what you think is pussy when you weren't there to actually truly know if it was pussy or not? Because what if she didn't say it? Like, what if she's being truthful? Because Natalie is a liar, and she's a proven liar. But Dolly ends up saying that she fucks with Summer, but she's starting shit. I said, how? She ain't starting shit. She just popping shit. And people starting to make an issue with her, and she continues to do it because she ain't no punk, which proves that she's not a pussy. But Dolly ends up saying, like, you be trolling and stuff. She does. She definitely does. But Dolly also says you be talking too much shit on the bus. Summer says, but she said I wasn't gonna go out like no hoe for nobody. Pretty much, I'm not a pussy. I'm not gonna let nobody punk me, as you shouldn't. But Dolly ends up saying that Summer started the shit. It's because of your mouth. I said that's not her problem. That everybody else has an issue with her mouth. But Tink then ends up walking in, and Summer's like, I'm not on that with you. Like, Tink comes walking in and is immediately addressing her. And she's like, I look cute. I'm not worried about you. I'm not on that. Tink says, I don't give a fuck how cute you look. Listen, shut up. I said, who the fuck are you talking to? That's what I would have said. Summer says, I never said, no, Tink ends up saying, don't ever let me hear you say that you're going to snatch anything from me. Summer says, I never said I was going to slap you, essentially. And guess what? Or I never said I was going to snatch anything from you. And guess what? Tink ends up slapping her and snatches her wig. I'm like, that's so whack. But security ends up pouncing on her. Tink is walking around with her wig, talking to her like she's her mama, telling her to stop running her mouth. Said that I actually liked you. I'm like, okay, but why are you doing this? Like, she ain't even doing nothing to you. But Summer says, I can do and say what the fuck I want to say, bitch. Like, you a weird ass hoe. And she is weird. I'm like, I'm glad she said that. Like, don't let these people punk you. But Tink is still talking. Summer said, bitch, shut the fuck up. And Summer's sitting there talking her shit. She told Tink, you are dusty. This right here took me out. I had to rewind it 50 times because I wanted to hear exactly what she said, because you could hear the beginning of what she said, but the last part, you had to literally keep rewinding it back to really hear what she said. But Summer said, you are welcome for that wig, bitch. She said, that's all you gonna get from me. And that's what you get because your wig is synthetic as fuck. I died. Summer be tearing them up, man. Summer be tearing them up verbally. But Tink ends up saying that she was never going to fight Summer, but she had to let her know not to play with her. Summer's not worried about you. There's no need for that. But Tink ends up sitting down with Natalie, and she's sitting there crashing out, screaming, talking about how she going through a lot of shit. I said, so why lash out on her? Like, why? But Summer goes upstairs. Tink is still downstairs talking about Summer, saying that she ain't say it. Summer's upstairs pretty much pepping herself up, saying, I'm still cute after every fight. You thought you did your big one. Nah, I'm on that ass, bitch. Yada, yada, yada. So she then goes outside of her room to go downstairs, but she meets Dolly at the top of the stairs, saying that Dolly's ended up saying to her, like, I got your back and everything, but don't be saying shit and not remembering what you're saying. But I'm like, again, Dolly, you was not there, so how do you know if she's saying anything that she didn't say? But she then asked her if she said it, and Summer says, I don't remember saying that. Like, Tink came up to me saying, you trying to snatch my shit. And she said, I told Natalie I'm getting a Baddies chain. Like, I'm getting my own chain. I never said I was going to snatch somebody's chain. And she's staying to this story, and I believe her. But Dolly ends up saying that she's coming at Summer like a big sister, pretty much saying, like, it's okay for you to pop your shit, but sometimes you got to control your reaction, control your actions or whatever. That can be true, but, like, in this situation, I don't feel like it's necessary. But they come back downstairs with Natalie and Tink. And Tink is talking about how she had worked for her shit. And why would Summer say that? Like, why would you say that? Summer says, why would I even say that to you? Why? It don't make no sense. Why would I say that to you for you to even think that that would be true? But Dolly ends up saying again, but you just said to me that she came up to you asking you why you wanted to snatch her chain. And Summer said, yeah, like, and Tink says, like, are you lying to me right now? And Summer said, I told Natalie all night I want a baddie chain. Why would I want your chain when I already took it off Mariah Lynn? Let's be serious. I died laughing. They all was laughing. Like, every last one of them was laughing. Summer herself was laughing. I'm like, exactly. Like, but Summer is gold. Like, she is the show. They're making her the show. And she's hilarious. I love her. I truly do. She's my favorite. It's episode 5. I can claim a favorite right now. And she is my favorite right now. But Summer ends up saying, bitches be saying stuff to me all the time. But when I say something, it's a problem. I said, exactly. Like, they just... But Natalie ends up saying, you say something, they say something, and then you keep it going. And it's not like you don't do that. But Natalie and Tink ends up saying that they like that she does that. I'm like, so what's the issue? Like, come on. But Dolly ends up saying, like, you didn't say that you wanted her chain. You ain't trying to squabble, so it is what it is. Summer ends up saying, let's just go get this bag. Tink rolls her wig back across the table, and they squash their fake manufactured beef that Natalie created. Like, blame Natalie for that. But we move to Lex and Emma. These two, I still like Lex. But, like, these reasonings, she looks like a fool. She does. But I like Lex. I do like Lex. Emma, no. No. Because, like, I'm about to say it. They're sitting there talking about last night. Emma respects Lex for standing on business. Jaden comes in and joins them and asks them how they're feeling about everything, how last night is, what they thought about last night. They said they're good, they're just catching up. So Jaden says, okay, I want to hear the tea. So she gets down and sits down with them and pretty much wants to know what's the beef that they have with Scotty and Jela. So Lex ends up saying that she fought Ivori twice on the bus because Ivori was pretty much saying that she felt like she was playing it safe. And Lex says, I wasn't playing it safe. Nobody was trying me, so there was really no point for me to either start something with somebody or just start fighting somebody for no reason, which I fully agree with. There's no reason to start hitting people for no reason. That's what Ivori likes to do. But she then says P, talking about Paula, which I ain't going to call her Pretty P because Paula said that you don't have a problem with me, so get one with me, and swung on her. She then says that Jela, the issue with Jela, and Emma sitting there co-signing and saying season after season, she said it looks like she's a fucking bully. I said, how? Y'all can call Jela everything under the sun, but to call that woman a bully is crazy. She's not a bully. She makes people stand on their shit. That's not called being a bully. That's just called being real. That's just called being, I'm going to make, anything that you say, I'm going to make you stand on it. It is what it is. Like, maybe she can drag something out, but calling her a bully, no. Y'all don't know what the term bully is. Like, bullying somebody is doing something to somebody unwarranted and consistently doing that to them, knowing that they're not going to do anything back to you. Biggie came out of her mouth and threatened her, so she made her stand on it. She cut her by scratching her, which is why Jela turned around and still hit her again. Like I said in my recap, I don't know what episode it was, because y'all love to call me biased, but if you did not go see it, go back and rewatch. I think it was episode 2 or 3. Go back and rewatch it. I can't find a timestamp, but it's in the middle of the recap. I literally said to Jela, y'all say I can't, I'm biased, I can't call Jela out for nothing. I literally told her if she continues to fight her after that scratch, you're gonna then look like a bully because you've already fought her once. You made your point then. You got your second round because you felt like you didn't do enough in that first round, which I would have done the same thing too. Third time you fought her is because you saw that you got scratched and you wanted to hit her back because of that. I said after that time, done. Because if you keep doing it, it then looks like bullying because she don't want to keep fighting you. She stopped after that. She no longer proceeded and she apologized and actually gave an actual apology because she took accountability for what she did that made Biggie feel the way that Biggie felt. And they moved forward. Biggie got her ass online and was still talking shit on her YouTube channel on Juneteenth, defending Gretchen, a white woman saying the N-word, on Juneteenth. Go look in them comments. I was in there getting her together because you're not going to play on Juneteenth with that shit. But Gretchen, same thing. I don't even have to say nothing else about her because I'm not about to talk about her. But Jaden ends up saying, since y'all don't know her, y'all don't know them, are you going to give her a chance? And I'm like, exactly, because y'all don't know her. Like, granted, we all sit here and say opinions about these women all the time. But me, every show that I recap, I have an opinion off of what I'm seeing on TV. But if I ever met any of these people in real life, I would not come up to them saying, oh, I think you're this, oh, I think you're that. Because I don't know you. I know what I see of you on TV. But to come up to somebody that don't even know who you are, and then you sitting here saying, oh, well, I don't like you because of this, I don't like you because of that. You don't even fucking know me. All you know is what you see on TV, and you don't even know if that's manufactured or not. Like, what? Like, you look stupid doing it. But Lex ends up saying the way the conversation went last night is up for me because I don't like her and I don't like her speeches. Again, she sounds like a fan. She literally is reading everything that are in these comments because that's all the fans that don't like Jela. Oh, her speeches. Oh, her speeches. Okay, let me just address this too because I can't stand when y'all say that. Yes, Jela does talk a lot, but the difference is, and y'all will never want to admit it, because y'all like to, and y'all claim that y'all don't want to watch a show and watch people fight just for no reason. But when you got somebody like Jela who says these speeches, it's because she's being a grown woman because she's actually stating how she feels about the situation. She brings it and she stretches it out because she's giving you the details as to why she feels the way that she feels. It seems like a speech to y'all because y'all don't want to hear people talking about things. Y'all don't want to hear people talking their issues out. Y'all just want to see people fight. That's why it's a speech to y'all, because you don't want to hear that. You just want to see her fight. Why are we talking about this? Let's just fight. If it's not that big of a deal, I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. That's what she does. Yes, she might drag it out, but guess what? She also has an extensive vocabulary, and it might seem like a speech because your vocabulary is not as extensive as hers. Fix your vernacular. Open up a book. Open up a dictionary. Some of the shit she be saying y'all need to hear, but y'all don't want to hear it because you don't like her. But let's just keep it moving. But Lex, she ends up saying everybody knows Jayla's a bully and her time is up and her speech has got to go. Again, regurgitating everything that these fans say, the ones that don't like her, which proves what I said last week. These two came on the show trying to get in good with the fans, doing what the fans wanted them to do. But Emma is gonna play. It might work with Lex, but Emma is gonna fire back in her face. I have not looked at the comments yet. I haven't looked at social media yet, but I can't wait to see what people are saying about her. But she ends up saying, Emma says her opinion. She said her opinion was Scotty about how she's here every season and don't do enough. Jaden ends up saying pretty much like, y'all don't know them. What if y'all end up liking them? Why don't y'all get a chance to actually get to know them and form your own opinion about them instead of forming what you see on TV? Like you're in these people's space now. But Emma ends up saying we were just addressing how we felt because we don't know them right now. It was us just saying, I feel like you are this and you are that. I said, how you going to sit here and say that you don't know them and then say that you're trying to tell them about themselves? Like, if you don't know them, why are you talking? You're just watching something on TV. Granted, I don't like a lot of people on TV, but I'm not going to sit in their face and immediately address how I feel like, especially if they're boring. It'd be one thing if they were racist or saying something that was racially insensitive. That's one thing. But to sit here and I can't. I can't. But Emma ends up saying that she has a problem. She has no she says she said I have a problem with Scotty because she ripped my wig and she didn't have to do all of that. I said, how you going to sit here and dictate how she handled you coming for her? I don't get it. But Jaden ends up saying, are y'all going to even have a discussion first? Pretty much, are y'all going to fight or y'all going to have a discussion? Emma says, yes, I'm going to tell her, like, you ain't have to do all that. As she's saying that, Scotty comes walking in, asking, like, what y'all talking about? Jaden ends up saying that we're talking about how they fucked about last night or whatever. Scotty ends up saying, too, that she already knows how Emma feels about her, but she's going to address Emma saying what she said because she's not going to be sitting in a room with somebody who has ill will towards her. So Emma ends up saying that she feels like she feels like Scotty didn't have to do all of that. Scotty ends up saying, but you called me out. Exactly. Emma says, but it was just my opinion, which I told you at the house meeting. Scotty says, but how you going to have an opinion on me when you don't even know me? Clock it. Emma, which is crazy because this whole time, Scotty ate her up. Y'all probably don't want to admit it, but she did. Scotty ends up saying, Emma ends up saying, you have the same personality that you do every season, and I have no choice but to go off of that. Jaden says, okay, but maybe that's just her. Maybe that's just her. Like, maybe that's just her. What's the issue? Yes, we find it boring to watch on TV, but for you to get on TV, be around this girl, and then have an issue with her being boring because that's who she is, and then that's why you want to fight her? Crazy. But Scotty ends up saying, you're now in the house with us. Like, you was watching me on TV. You're now in the house with us. And now stop going off of what the fans are telling us. I said exactly, or pretty much telling us about ourselves. That's what she's pretty much saying is like, you're in the comments. You're a fan. But Emma ends up saying, you can't get mad at my opinion. Scotty says, Emma is just a fan and a wannabe. She just don't like me. Come on. Like, that's just really what it is. But Emma ends up saying, you've been on so many seasons. And Scotty said, I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. I said, eat her up. But Scotty ends up saying, too, I'd love to see you back. I'd love to get to know you. I essentially took that as her saying, like, you just a fan. I want to get to know who you really are. So maybe you do need to come back next season and actually stop trying to be what the fans want you, what you think the fans want you to be, and actually come on here and show us who you are. Instead of trying to point me out about who I am, you're trying to create a storyline off of my bag. It's crazy. She's so boring. Scotty's so boring, but you in here trying to make a storyline off of the most boring person. Crazy. Egg on your face. But Emma says, we're going to see. Scotty ends up asking Jaden and Lex how they feel about it. And Jaden ends up saying, like, they watched y'all on the show. I said that I think it's unfair for them to come in here and pretty much have these preconceived notions about y'all before they even get to know who you are and form an opinion. Emma ends up saying, but I did tell y'all as long as you're able to prove me wrong. I said, bitch, who the fuck are you to prove anything to? And Scotty turned around and said, girl, who do I need to prove anything to? Like, who are you? I said, get her. But Emma says, prove that you a lit ass girl, not always sitting in the back, not talking to people. Scotty talks to everybody on the show. She's boring, but she talks to everybody on the show. And to prove that she's a lit ass girl, that's what we know Scotty to be. Out of anything on this show, we know her to be the lit girl that's always twerking, showing off the body. That's who she is. We know her to be a party girl. So what are you talking about? Everything that you said that you want her to prove to be, she's proved that. She's boring because she don't fight, and she's boring. Let's just keep it real. She's just a pretty face with a nice body. And she's a party girl. Like what? I don't get it. I do not get it. I sounded like Movie Bay. You already know who I sound like. It's the insider. Y'all ain't gonna get it, but Movie Bay know what I'm about to say. But Scotty ends up saying, I'm a lit ass bitch. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. That's why I'm always back. I'm Scotty the body. I am a bad bitch, and you will see that. And you have seen that. That shade. You have seen that because I know you've been watching me. But Lex ends up saying, have you mentioned the wig situation? And Emma says, I feel like you didn't have to do all that because if it was the other way around, I wouldn't have done that. You can't dictate. You might not have done that, but she did because guess what? You pressed her. Scotty said, but you pissed me off. I don't give a fuck. Emma says, okay, so cool. So what you want? Because that was weird as fuck. Scotty said, okay, cool. Scotty said, okay, cool. So what is it? Emma says, I want my one. Scotty said, okay. I said she ate that because the way she said it was like, okay, and I don't care. I said, Scotty should have got up. She should have said, okay, then get up then. That's what I would have said. But Emma says, what's up? She gets up. Scotty kicks. Emma comes forward. We can't see anything. I felt like it was protection. Maybe Emma was over there getting Scotty, but Scotty ended up backing her ass into that wall. Scotty, the way she kicks, if you're going to kick, like you need to take, Scotty kicks and steps back. It's like she steps back and is off of her balance. When you kick, you need to go through your leg. Your leg, it needs to come through your leg, and you need to push forward on them. I can't stand that stupid kick where you're off balance. It's not doing anything but setting you up. But Jaden ends up saying she don't know who won. I don't know either. But she don't care, and I don't either. But security ends up breaking it up. Emma's talking about how she over this because her finger hurts. I said, because you can't fight. You don't know how to throw an accurate punch. You don't know how to throw a punch. Because if your fingers are hurting after a fight, you probably don't know how to throw a punch. But Emma ends up talking about how you rip my wig. I'm not the type to fight somebody and rip their wig for the show. I said, but you came on this show picking a fight with somebody for the show. Make it make sense. But Emma started screaming, can I get a splint from my fucking hand, bro? Scotty said what I said. You sitting here wanting to fight, sitting here yelling about a fucking finger, like you wanted to fight. Your hand wouldn't be hurting if you didn't want to fight. But Lex ends up asking her if she's good on fighting. Emma says she's good and she just needs a splint. Emma ends up talking about how she's mad about that wig. Scotty either needs to buy her a wig or she's going to beat her ass again. I said, it sounds like you only got that one wig. Get your money up. I'm about to pause this because I'm hot and I've been on here for a while. We've been talking. All right, we're almost done. Tesehki, Biggie, and Ahna and Diamond. They're outside. They're pretty much talking about how they want Biggie to get it through her head that nobody should feel like they should be able to. This is what Ahna's saying. That nobody should feel like they should be able to disrespect the both of them. I started rolling my eyes like, okay. But Tesehki and Ahna, they're talking about how Biggie, how they want to pretty much be on a united front. Like, that's pretty much what it is. And Ahna ends up saying that she's not telling Biggie to fight, but to defend herself. And ends up saying, nigga, again. Stop saying it, Ahna. Stop saying it. But Ahna ends up talking about how she's been there for her and yada, yada, yada. Same old stupid shit they've been saying. But Tesehki says some real shit here. She says, you want to be, she said, you can be who you want to be. Just make sure that you're not running your mouth or triggering people to the point where they want to end up fighting you and you have to fight. It's just that simple. That's what I've been saying all this time. If you don't want to fight, shut the fuck up. It's just that simple. Because she always say slick shit and knows that she's doing it. But then when somebody wants to press you, then you want to play the victim and act like you ain't doing nothing and you don't want to fight. Like, stupid. But Ahna ends up asking Diamond to explain what she's saying. Diamond's pretty much saying all she's saying is have her back. Diamond also then says she feels like Biggie is acting weak for not standing up for herself, but it's even more weak that she's not standing up for Ahna because she's always standing up for her. I said, if anything, it's more weak for her to not stand up for her own damn self. Fuck Ahna. Stand up for yourself. That's number one. But Ahna ends up saying that Biggie got her looking crazy and she's just not getting it. She starts crying. Biggie ends up saying that she gets what she's saying, but she got a lot of shit going on and they know that. She ends up saying, too, that the things that she's going through is a lot. And Ahna says that she's grieving because her boyfriend had passed. Rest in peace to him. Tesehki seems like she didn't know that. I'm saying this. Hopefully I don't come off insensitive. That's not my intention. But rest in peace to your boyfriend. I do hate that happened to you. I never wish nothing like that upon anybody. She does need to grieve. But why the fuck are you on this show? Simply, this show is not conducive for your grieving. Granted, people grieve in different ways, but this show is not for you to grieve. It's just that simple. Like, you don't want to fight, and that's just really what it is. I do not want to say this to sound insensitive, but it seems like to me that she is using this as an excuse to get out of having beef or fighting with people. But if you get your ass in them confessionals talking shit about somebody and they want to hit you, what do you expect? You can't pull this out to stop you from getting your ass beat, because that's what she do. She talk too much shit. She do. But she says that she don't want to deal with the stuff that they feel like it's okay to deal with. She then gets in her confessionals and says that Ahna and Tesehki should see that as her sisters. And Diamond, for you to give so much of a fuck about how I'm feeling and standing up about myself or standing up for myself, you're a different person. You think that it's okay to get beat up on TV. That was shade. That was shade. And L or not, Diamond's not a punk. She's not going to let nobody just punk her and treat her and disrespect her. Yes, she took an L to Tesehki, but guess what? She stood her ground. She didn't let nobody punk her. That's what you do. You let people punk you, which is why that's why they mad essentially. Like, you look like a punk. But Tesehki said that you was on TV slapping bitches before I got here. Come on. We saw it on the first season that she was on Baddies West, how she was so quick to hit Stunner Girl, but she let J.O. punch her in her face. But Paula and Jazmin, they joined them out there. They sitting there talking, asking what they talking about. They filled him in on everything. Biggie didn't start screaming and getting loud with Diamond. I said, it's interesting how you didn't direct any of this energy at Tesehki. But the same questions that Diamond's asking you that Tesehki did. But Biggie ends up talking about how her boyfriend had passed away, telling them to send her home. She's not forced to do shit. She's not going to be forced to do shit. Said that he died a couple of months ago. Like I said, I'm sorry to hear that. But go home. Literally go home. You're in an environment that people are going to try you. And if you don't want to fight, they're going to hit you. And then when you get hit and you don't do nothing about it, people are going to be irritated. And my whole thing is how she felt like Diamond didn't have a right to feel some type of way about how she's not defending herself. I don't like Biggie. And me, I don't like seeing that she allows people to disrespect her. And when I say that, you allow somebody to hit you in your face. Me, regardless if I like you or not, if somebody hits you, you better hit them back. I was raised that way as a child. My parents always told me, I would have got my ass beat if I came home and told my parents somebody hit me. The first thing they would have asked me when I did get in fights in school, and I tell them somebody hit me, did you hit them back? Absolutely, because you told me to. What? They would have hit me. They would have whooped me, and it's not child abuse. Don't even say that. It's just called black discipline. Honestly, I grew up with country parents, which I turned out perfectly over here. Like, I know discipline, and it's basically like you don't ever let nobody disrespect you. That's essentially why they did it. Don't let nobody disrespect you, and if you do, I'm going to give you a consequence. But that's just really what it is. But Paula then moves the conversation to talking about how when somebody hits you, you need to hit them back. I agree. And then she then directs it to Diamond, saying that Miss Thing over here hit me from the back. Why did you feel like it was okay for you to hit me from the back when you was acting like you can't fight because you're injured or whatever, and then you run up and hit me? Diamond was going to fight you. She walked out there when you called her out. She was going to fight you. Tinkabellaaa just jumped in front of her to do it for her. Like, Diamond, like what Diamond said, I wasn't ducking no fades. Like, she took the fade for me like a duo is supposed to do. That's pretty much what she said. And Paula said, okay, well, when your lip heals, we can run it again. She said, Diamond said, it don't have to heal. Like, pulled out that mouth guard. Like, we can get it going right now. But Paula said, I'm going to knock it right back out. Whatever. Diamond's not worried about her. She ain't. She said, tonight we're going to the club, but tomorrow, if you need that, we can get that. Pretty much. Last scene. Akbar is in a room with Ivori, Jela, and Rollie. They're recapping last night as well. Rollie ends up asking what's up with Lex, because as we know, Jela has an issue with Lex because Lex had brought that issue to her, and Ivori and Lex, we already know with them. Jela says she came out of nowhere pretty much calling me a bully and saying that I fight people that are not in my size. Jela says obviously nobody is my size, trying to be funny. Akbar ends up saying, didn't you fight Rollie? I'm like, exactly. She said, yeah, and Rollie was way bigger, and Rollie said the same thing. I was way bigger. And Jela was like, yeah, you look good now, because Akbar said the same thing too. But Jela ends up saying, I also fought Callie, who is bigger and heavier than me. And Rollie was like, yeah, and she can fight too. And then she said, obviously I fought Gretchen. Yes, she's smaller than me, but she had every right to hit Gretchen. Every right. Repeatedly. Because she then took a chunk out of her. Who wouldn't? Come on. And then they said too, she just fought Ivori too. Like, come on. Different weight classes. Like, every last one of the people, different weight classes. Excuse me. But Ivori then says too that she guesses Lex has a problem with Jela, but she don't understand what that's about. Jela then says, truly, Lex is also bigger than me too. And she is. Like, let's just keep it real. She got a lot more weight on her than Jela. And she's taller. And taller people, it adds more weight. But Akbar ends up saying that she don't get why she's coming in here trying to be a bully. I don't think Lex is being a bully. I just feel like Lex is coming in here making somebody else's issue her issue, basically doing the same thing that Emma's doing, trying to getting good with the fans. That's just really what it seems like. But Akbar heads off to go get Lex, and Ivori's like, are you going to go get her? She was trying to fight. But it backfired. We're going to get to it. But Rollie ends up feeling like it's going to be some shit bringing Lex in, which it is, because she got beef with Jela and Ivori. Lex comes in. She ends up saying, I heard you bitches looking for me, bitch. Here I go. And she says she feels like she's been set up. She immediately saw Jela and Ivori standing there seeing Rollie too. But Akbar ends up asking her and saying, like, I feel like you was coming in here being a bully and a follower. And that's why she got beef with Jela. Lex says that I don't have beef with Jela. I just said what I said. She said it was smoke. Akbar says, but I ain't hear her say that it was smoke. Lex says she said it yesterday. Jela didn't deny it. But Lex ends up saying that she felt like she was being a bully to Biggie because Biggie didn't want to fight her from what we said. She said, from what I saw, I already just told y'all what I felt about that. Biggie threatened her. And then she said Gretch was little. What? Goodbye. Just because she's little, she can go around calling people niggas when she white. No, Jayla's not the type of person that's going to stand there and let that happen. Neither would I be. If there was a white boy out here same size as Gretchen saying that shit in my face after I told him not to say that in my face and asked him respectfully not to say that shit in my face, and he says I don't give a fuck, it's coming. It's coming, and every time you say it, it's going to continue to come. But Jela ends up walking forward because Lex said that she wanted to smoke, because Rollie ends up asking, so what are we going to do to resolve this? She said, it's smoke. Jela walks forward and said, come on. Again, Jela never ducks smoke. Y'all want to call her punk? She never ducks it. Come on. So she walks forward, and Jayla's in her confessional saying that she come in here talking about how this happened and whatever. Sitting there watching from what happened on her couch, being a consumer. So if you want to get yours, let's get it. They get in there and start swinging. Lex, this was so... If they would have connected, it would have been a lot more... This would have been a good fight. Because both of them was swinging. Lex was swinging how I like to see people swing, with both hands. The left was coming and the right was right after. The left was coming, the right was coming right after it. Jela pisses me off with this left, because that left was doing this the whole time. That right was swinging, but the left was doing this. Neither was connecting on each other. Rollie said exactly what I said. You could tell both of them. Me and my sister was watching it back repeatedly. It looks like they both are swinging, trying not to get hit. Like they're swinging, but kind of equally pushing their body back to dodge them hits. Yes, you don't want to get hit, but sometimes you're going to get hit. But both of them was swinging. Both of them were swinging, but nothing was connecting. Rollie says they both were swinging, but nothing was truly connecting, and she wanted to see them run it again. Me too. But what we know, they do run it again. Jela confirmed on live with Lex. I think who was the producer, Lizard, Natalie and Diamond was on live, and she confirmed that they ran 4 rounds, and she did take an L. We don't know which L it was. Definitely wasn't this one, but we'll see later on in the season. But yeah, we'll see. Which I hate because I like both of them, but it seems like now in real life, it seems like they have respect for each other now. So good thing that they're good. But Jela ends up getting Lex though when security had Lex and she popped her good, but nobody won that fight. They didn't even touch each other. They both were swinging, but never touched each other. But then Akbar asked how she feels now. Asked Lex how she feels now. She said, "We good. I'm good now." Jela says, "I'm never ducking no smoke. Watch your mouth. Don't ever speak on me again." Pretty much saying like, "Shut the fuck up. Watch your fucking mouth." Lex said, "I'm not gonna stop talking." I respect it. Don't stop talking, but have an issue that you have an issue about, not an issue that the fans made. Like I can't stand that. But Ivori then, with her whack ass, decides she wants to sneak Lex. And Lex was getting her in this one. This one, Lex was getting her. Lex was getting her. And then in the next round that they run next week, Ivori swinging on out wide. And like I said, Lex was the fighter to do Ivori the way I said people need to. She likes to swing out wide. She used both hands, but she swing out wide. When somebody is swinging out wide like that, let me move this. You need to be coming in. Pay attention. That's why I say keep your head up, keep your eyes on your opponent. Watch how they swinging. She's swinging out wide like this. You need to be getting in. Get in and get fast, because you can get them 2 shots in by the time she getting that right to you. But yeah, next week is crazy. Them 2 fight again. Diamond, Bad Dolly pressing Ahna, and then Tesehki and her get into it. I don't know why Bad Dolly was running away from Tesehki. That was stupid. But she fighting her, so she fights. Dolly fights P fights Diamond. I think she was fighting Tink. A lot of shit going on. But I was talking for a minute, y'all. 45 minutes. Please thumbs up the video. If y'all watch all the way through, y'all are real. If you watch all the way through, leave me a basketball in the chat or in the comments. Thumbs up the video, y'all. Subscribe if you are new. Turn your post notifications on. Tomorrow, myself, Movie Bay, and Legend will be live. If y'all want to talk to us, come talk to us. And I'll see y'all then. I done talked for 2 hours because I just did Jocelyn's. Go rewatch that one too if you haven't. But I'll see y'all then. Peace.